What's up, everybody? Mike Wienenbach here. Is red meat dangerous? So, big disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an MD, so I'm just a bipolar bodybuilder, so whatever you get out of this video is up to you. And also, this video is not for the vegans or for the only carnivores, so these sites are probably gonna get pissed off. So, is red meat dangerous? I mean, that has been the topic of, since I'm in the fitness industry, like at least for the 15 years, it's like, it will kill you instantaneously, it will cause cancer, it will do this, it will do that. What do we really know? And the answer is, the data is very, very thin and shaky. Why? Because so people say like, oh, there's a study that shows red meat causes cancer. It's like, no, there's not. There's not. Because imagine what that would entail. That would entail you taking two groups of people, and one group you feed red meat and the other group you don't, and you keep them under lock and key for, let's say, 10 years, and you watch this group develop cancer and this group not. Like, how would you get approval for that? Like, maybe in North Korea, okay? So what we have are observational studies which rely on self-reporting. So the biggest study that was conducted from 1980 to 2006, people handed in a questionnaire every 2 years as to what they ate, and then we draw conclusions about their health. If you're in the fitness industry and you have ever asked for a food log for 3 days, you know how much self-reporting sucks. People are notoriously bad at reporting back. It's not that they lie, but they forget. I mean, raise your hand if you remember your Sunday lunch, right? Most people have no idea and forget 2 years. So to get data from such a large group of people for 20 years, that I don't even know where we do this, honestly. Like, observational studies for food are really, really pointless. For the simple reason is too many other factors play in, such as genetically predisposition to heart attack. Did this person smoke? Was he overweight? Did he work out? And did he drink alcohol? And so on and so forth. So you can't pinpoint something as complex as cancer or a heart attack on consuming red meat. So the observational studies that came out, which goes for pretty much any food, they are really pretty much useless because, like I said, to get data from 50,000 people over a decade, well, best of luck with that. Okay, so that's point one. Point number two, there's also never been a clear distinction as to what kind of red meat are we talking about. Because I can go down on 57th Street and Lex and get, if I'm a very brave person, a hot dog from the street and eat that, or I walk 2 blocks up and I go to Whole Foods and I get grass-fed beef. So now they're both red meat, and there's actually McDonald's in between. But I think we can all agree on that they probably gonna affect your body quite differently, right? So unless we start to distinguish what kind of red meat was consumed, that's also going to be a huge roadblock. Red meat also has a lot of benefits, right? There's B6, there's B12, there's zinc, there's iron, there's creatine. Grass-fed has omega-3s. So it's actually a very healthy food, right? Now, what about randomly controlled trials? So they have shown that there is very, very little benefit of switching away from red meat. Now keep in mind, everything I say in the sense of health. It's not about the planet or your spirituality or what you believe happens to animals. Those are completely different things. So the ecological impact on eating red meat is undeniable, right? I mean, there's no two ways about it. But that is not a topic of the video. So basically, there was an increased mortality rate of 4 people out of 1,000 over 11 years. So here's the thing. So there is a very, very small benefit of switching away from red meat, but that benefit doesn't mean that everybody gets a little benefit. So those 4 people that suffered cardiac arrest, I assume, they probably could have yielded a huge benefit if they had, consumed less red meat. So the takeaway from all this is common sense, right? If you are in good physical shape, if you don't smoke, if you eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, and you consume high quality red meat, you're most likely going to be okay. If you are obese, you go to McDonald's and you're eating fries and a burger and a milkshake and a soda, then actually that red meat patty was the healthiest thing you have consumed. So the majority of illnesses such as diabetes, certain cancers, heart attack, are simply caused by excess fat storage, right? Obesity. How obesity was quote unquote accomplished is actually secondary. So a diet that's full of whole foods, non-processed, will make you leaner, will make you healthier. In the end, things come down to calories. For instance, the quote-unquote Mediterranean diet, if there is such a thing, is probably a good idea. But Italy also has the fattest kids in Europe. Why? Because they eat too much, right? So, in conclusion, the data shows nothing alarming. So red meat is not a carcinogen such as tobacco or nicotine. It, if consumed in moderate proportions, higher quality, and you combine it with a healthy lifestyle, you'll be okay. Now, the ethical and ecological considerations, that is another video, but that is something I'm not prepared to talk about simply because I'm an omnivore, okay? And I stand by that. Michael.